Hello, this is a follow-up to the last video I did, telling my origin story, if you will, and I realized that I did not thank the people that needed to be thanked, and that got me through some of the hardest things you can imagine. So, first, I'd like to thank God for deciding to keep me on earth and keep me here with the people that I love. Next, I'd like to thank my very own personal hero, Adam Coonrad. I know they say don't meet your heroes, but worked out pretty well for me, I think. He's one of the best, most generous people I know, and he saved my life. So thank you. And thank you for continuing to be a friend and confidant when I need one. Next, I'd like to thank my parents, who nothing I could say would ever come close to describing how grateful I am. So thank you for coming to the hospital every day. And thank you for taking 3 separate trips to all the way to Georgia in just 3 months' time, just so that I wouldn't be alone. Thank you, Mom, for always caring about me more than you cared about yourself. And Dad, thank you for believing that I would get better no matter what the doctor said, and for making me believe it. Next, I want to thank Dr. Carl, who put me back together. And I want to thank my brother, my little brother, for sneaking grape juice into my ice chips and spoon feeding me when I couldn't move. Thank you to Ginger, my occupational therapist in Georgia, for dragging me out of bed every day and for playing I Spy out the window with me. And just being one of the kindest people I have ever met. Thank you to Rebecca Broham my first and last and only speech therapist. Thank you for forcing me to eat when I cried and cried. And thank you for just encouraging me to have my cup deflated so I could start learning how to speak again. And just thank you for making me do the things that I really didn't want to do at the time. And now, well, let's say they've paid off. Thank you to Elise, my physical therapist in Georgia, who taught me how to drive a sip and puff chair, and who took me on walks around the grounds just so I could get outside. And there's just so many people to thank. It's hard to wrap my brain around it. Thank you to my grandma, who bought a plane ticket for my fiance who never showed up, and for always scratching my head when I couldn't move my arms, and for making me push myself to do more than I wanted to. You are one of the biggest reasons that I am so strong. Thank you to my Uncle John for listening to my horrible songs, for visiting me in Georgia. And I think that my injury brought us so much closer than we ever were. And for that, I am grateful. Thank you to my best friend Julie for easing my panic attacks and for flawlessly reading my lips, and for buying me a dozen wooden roses because they wouldn't allow real flowers in my hospital room. And thank you for giving your daughter my middle name, because I couldn't be there when she was born, because I was in Georgia and you wanted a piece of me to be there. Thank you to my occupational therapist at the Northeast Center, Shannon. You made me get out of bed. And you changed me for the better. And you became one of my best friends. Thank you to Odessa. She was the nurse manager at the Northeast Center. She put a fire in me when I was ready to give up. And though at the time I was so angry, I just want to say thank you for that. Thank you to Sarah Debacle for being there to talk with me and for pushing me to be better, pushing me to get stronger. Thank you to Kelly for always remembering me. For being the most outgoing, happy light in the room. Thank you. Thank you to Savannah for always being my friend. No matter the asshole things I say, and no matter how much time passes. Thank you for being a mother hen and watching over me. I can't even think anymore. I know there's so many more people to thank, and it makes me feel terrible that I can't just... Oh, and to Betty Lou and Paul Eddie. Thank you for always caring about me. Thank you for being my second set of parents. And always finding Valentine's Day / birthday cards that no one else could ever find. And thank you to their daughter, Alicia, who is one of my closest friends and always will be, for just putting up with me for so long and understanding the bitter, angry things that I have said weren't directed towards you. Kayla, thank you for forgiving me for everything that happened in the past. Thank you for being one of my closest friends. Thank you, everyone that has ever supported me, ever said a kind word to me, and ever pushed me to be better. Thank you to all of you.